$2.4 million. That is what you clear this year. In the other life, you clear 850,000. Same firm, same floor. 14 steps between the desks. You are a quant, both times. You start the same Monday, same degree, same offer. 310,000, either way. On one side, you write the signals. On the other side, you write the code that fires them. You think this is about who gets paid more. It is not. In this building, one kind of work has a half-life of about 4 years. The other kind runs for 20. Nobody tells you which one you were hired to do. You find out at the end. Level 1. The new hires. 2 badges, same printer, same morning. The photos are bad in the same way. On the research side, you get a desk by a window. Nobody tells you what to do. You wait for a task all of the first day. None arrives. You assume they forgot you. They did not forget you. That is the test. The test is whether you can pick your own problem out of nothing. Half the people they hire cannot. Those people are gone inside a year, and they never learn what they failed. On day 3, they hand you a folder. Corporate bond trades. 61 million rows. The vendor sent it 3 days late. Some rows are duplicates. Some rows are lies. You spend 11 weeks cleaning it. Not modeling, cleaning. You learn the first real thing in this job. The interesting part is never in the data. It is in who touched the data before you. You eat a salad at your desk. You do not speak between 10 and 4. You ask the data team for one repull. That is your entire day of talking. You tell yourself the headphones are a uniform. On the code side, you get no window. You get a seat between 2 people who do not look up. This firm owns its own machines. Most do not. This one does, and the room is 2 floors down, and everyone who writes anything that touches an order goes down there once. They take you on day 2. Cold air, loud fans, a room that hums at one flat note. A man you will never see again hands you a roll of masking tape and a marker. Write your name. Put it on the rack your code runs on. It is a tradition. It was a joke once. It stopped being a joke a long time ago. So you do. Block letters, black marker, 1 strip at eye level. It looks stupid. It feels like nothing. That strip of tape will outlive your entire career in this building. Then you open the code base. It is 19 years old. There are comments in it signed with initials. You look 2 of them up in the company directory. Neither is there. You ask about one. He died in 2009. His function still runs 11,000 times a day. Both of you go home late on the same Friday. Both of you make the same money. On one side, you are thinking about a data set. On the other side, you are thinking about a room in the basement. Neither of you has earned the firm a single dollar yet. You are not a quant yet. You are a pair of hands the building is testing. Level 2. The builders. On the research side, you find something in your second year. It is small. 2 numbers that should not care about each other. They do. You tell nobody for 6 days. You are certain it is a bug in your own code. It usually is. You check it against a different data vendor. It holds. You check it in a decade you did not train on. It holds. It is not a bug. Then the long part starts. 14 months of it. Out-of-sample tests, stress regimes, cost models, a slippage simulation that eats the edge until there is almost nothing left. You defend it in a room with 4 people whose job is to want it to be wrong. One of them is right about a detail. You fix the detail. You hate him for a week. At the end, they carve you a sleeve inside your team's book. $47 million of firm capital. And permission to be wrong with it. You do not sleep the first night it trades. You watch a number on your phone move by fractions. There is a desk by the coffee machine that is always empty. A man named Peter sat there. Peter had a signal too. It ran 5 years. It made real money. Then 1 quarter it stopped working. Nobody could say why. Peter came back one Thursday for a box. 2 people hugged him. Everyone else kept typing. He is at a smaller shop in Connecticut now. Nobody mentions Peter. Everybody walks past the desk. You walk past it 4 times a day. You have never once sat in that chair. On the code side, you do not find anything. You are never going to find anything. That is not the job. You get handed a problem instead. The order router drops 1 message in every 400,000. It has done this for years. Everyone knows. Nobody has touched it. Fixing it means opening a part of the system that can lose real money in the 2 seconds it takes to restart. You read for 11 weeks. You type for 4 hours. You do it on a Sunday. Desk lamp on. Nobody else in the room. Your hands are cold the whole time. Nobody sends an email. Your manager says nice work in a hallway. That is the entire ceremony, but the dropped message is gone. It stays gone. It is still gone 11 years from now, when neither of you works here anymore. Comp lands in February. On the research side, 620,000. On the code side, 480. The gap opens. It never closes in the direction you expect. On one side, you own an idea. On the other, you own a machine. Level 3. The owners. Research side first. The signal goes live in October. 142 large-cap names. Rebalanced twice a week. A holding window of 4 days. And it works. 4.2% in the first year, on money that would otherwise have sat in cash. Year 2, they hand you 400 million. Year 3, $1.4 billion. People say your name in meetings you are not in. Someone from another team asks you to lunch. You know exactly why. You go anyway. The February statement says $2.4 million. You read it twice. You are sitting in your car in the parking garage because you did not want to open it upstairs. And you feel nothing. Not modesty, not relief, a flatness nobody warned you about. You had assumed a number like this arrives with a feeling attached. It arrives with a spreadsheet attached instead, because you already know. You have watched the edge decay month by month. You can read the slope. The slope says 4 years, maybe 5. You are being paid extremely well for something that is dying quietly in your hands. You drive home. You do not tell your wife the number that night. You tell her on Sunday. You cannot explain the delay to yourself. On the code side, you clear 850,000. You do not sit in a parking garage. You read it at your desk and order lunch. Your name is on 11 pieces of infrastructure now. The router, the market data layer, the thing that kills bad orders before they are born. 6 researchers depend on you. 3 of them have never learned your last name. One of them pages you at 2 in the morning because a job failed. It failed because he wrote it wrong. You fix it in 9 minutes and go back to bed. That is the whole job. Nobody will ever put it in a paper. Here is something the research side never thinks about. The morning that signal goes live, somebody has to turn it on. It is you. You are the one who pushes it. You read his config file first. It has a typo and a comment. You fix the typo and say nothing. Then you watch it fill its first order at 9:31. 142 names. Moving because a man 14 steps away was right about something. It is the best code you will ever ship, and it has his name on it. You do not tell anyone that you felt something. You go and get a coffee. In your 4th year, they send a new hire down and tell you to do the tape thing with him. You had forgotten it entirely. You stand there holding the marker like an idiot, and you see your own strip, your handwriting, 4 years old, curled at one corner. He writes his name under yours. You watch him decide it is stupid, exactly the way you did. 2.4 million against 850,000. If you had to choose one of these 2 lives right now, you would choose the first. Almost everyone does. Hold on to that. You are going to want to remember the moment you changed your mind. On one side, you are renting out your income. On the other, you are holding something that looks a little like a deed, and you have not noticed. Level 4. The managers. Start on the code side this time. The order changes here, so does everything else. They offer you a team, 6 people. You take it. You are bad at it for a year. You rewrite your junior's code at night and push it under your own name. It costs you 1 resignation and 1 meeting with a woman from Human Resources. She asks a question you cannot answer. What did he learn from that week? Nothing. He learned nothing. You took the week from him and kept it. You do not do that again. By the end of it, you run core infrastructure, 1.6 million. You have not written production code in 14 months. You miss it like a limb. Now the research side. Here is where the slope arrives. It does not arrive as a crash. It never does. 4.2%, then 2.6, then 1.1, then a flat quarter, then a slightly negative one, then a meeting where nobody is unkind to you. The number that ends it is 16 basis points. That is what the trade cost to enter now, up from 4. 16. The whole edge was 31. Somebody else found it, that is all. Somewhere in New Jersey, or Amsterdam, another person with your degree looked at your two numbers. Every dollar behind them is a dollar off your edge. There is no version of this where you get it back. You spend 18 months trying. A regime filter, a shorter window, a machine learning layer you do not entirely believe in. You start reading old papers again, late, at home, the way you did at 24. It does not come back. It was never going to. You call Peter. You have not spoken in 6 years. You tell yourself it is about a job. It is not about a job. He is kind on the phone. He asks how the desk is. He remembers 3 names. Then he says the thing you called to hear, and he says it lightly, the way you say a fact about weather. It happens to all of us. The only question is whether you built anything while it was working. You sit with that for a long time after you hang up. You built a strategy. A strategy is not a thing. It is a window that was open. Comp drops to 700,000, then 560. You are 39. You are exceptional at a thing that no longer exists. Nobody walks past your desk yet, but you have started noticing which desks people walk past. One of you is paid for what he maintains. The other was paid for what he found. Finding is not a career. It is a season. Level 5. The names on the door. On the research side, you leave at 41. Not fired. Nobody is fired at this level. Your seat is simply never refilled. You raise a small fund on the strength of 4 good years. 200 million. Mostly from people who knew you when. The roadshow takes 11 months. You do 41 meetings. You get 19 yeses. It is a real fund. It is also a demotion you negotiated for yourself. Both things are true at once. Some years it works. Some years you explain why it did not. You are good at explaining. You had practice. The office is 2 rooms above a dentist. You chose it because the rent is nothing, and you tell people you like the walk. You hire one researcher, 26, very sharp, faster than you were. You watch her find something in her first year. You feel 2 things at the same time, and only one of them is pride. You give her the capital anyway. You remember who gave you yours. On the code side, you never leave. You are 55. You run the platform every strategy in the building sits on top of. You clear 2.8 million. Stop there for a second. That is the number from the thumbnail, the one that lost. 2.8 against his 2.4. His was the best year he ever had. Yours is a Tuesday. You have cleared something near it for 9 straight years. Nobody has asked you to justify it once. There is no version of your work that is interesting at a dinner party. You stop trying to describe it around year 6. A junior asks you once what you actually do. You think about it for a second. You tell him you make sure the building can still count. He laughs. He thinks it is a joke. It is the most accurate sentence anybody says on that floor all year. You go downstairs twice a year now. The rack is gone. Replaced. Replaced again. The tape is not gone. Somebody peeled it off the old chassis and stuck it on the new one, because that is what you do here. There are 5 names under yours now, in 5 different pens. You are the oldest one on it. You are the reason there is a list. And now the part neither of you counted. There is a 3rd number in this building. It belongs to neither of you. The signal made the firm somewhere north of $400 million in its life. Across the good years, you were paid about 9 of that. You were grateful. You should have been. The code that fired every one of those trades is 19 years old. It will run for 19 more. The firm never bought it. It paid a salary. Then it kept the thing. That is the trade nobody showed you on the first Monday. One of you rented out his best idea. One of you rented out his best 20 years. The building kept both. The building was never in the comparison. Buildings do not appear in comparisons. They appear on balance sheets. Look at what the firm actually bought with your 2 lives. It bought 4 good years of one man's thinking. It rented that, and when the window shut, it stopped paying. and it bought 2 decades of plumbing that it will use long after both of you are gone. One of those was an expense, the other was an asset. Neither of you got to choose which one you were. Somewhere this morning, 2 people with the same degree are pulling 2 badges out of the same printer. The photos are bad in the same way. One of them is about to be handed a roll of tape. He will think it is a chore. It is a lease. It is the better one. Nobody will tell him that for 20 years. The clever one found something true and collected 4 years of rent on it. The quiet one wrote his name on a strip of tape and got paid for as long as the machine kept running. Nothing in that building pays you for being right. It pays you for being load-bearing. If you want the same split 1 floor higher, watch the private equity and hedge fund one next. Same suit, same start. 2 completely different ways to own a thing.